Peace and blessings to everybody today. I hope everybody is having a great Sunday evening. If you kept the Sabbath day, more power to you. But even if you didn't, please remember to give yourself rest as you go through your grind, as you go through your careers, anything that you are going through in life. If you're struggling with something, please remember to go give yourself rest as you continue to try to build on yourself. Another thing is make sure you spend more time with family and friends, with yourself, and also with God. Do something new or do something old. But before this video even starts, I just want you to know that you are understood. You are not alone. You are being related to every day. More and more people are coming out that feel like you, and you just have to keep going. A lot of us don't understand that we all have sinned and fallen short to the glory of God. We all have sinned and fallen short. That means we're all eligible to go to the place that we don't even want to go to. But you gotta understand that God is not looking at the sin that you have committed. He is looking at the heart's intents. Meaning, why did you do this? What was the reason behind it? You gotta understand that people are gonna have to do things that they don't want to do to get where they want to be in life. You gotta take the rougher road sometimes. And you may be that person that's taking a rougher road and not understanding what's going on in your life. But God is tearing you apart to give you something new. Understand, if you feel guilty about something, if you feel unworthy of God's love, if you feel like you're unworthy of anything in life, it's probably because you deserve it. And you don't even know it. Especially if you feel unworthy of God's love, if you feel guilty in the inside for doing sinning things, you don't even know that He already working on you. But what's giving you that doubt is the other side. You do not need that doubt in your head. This video is also being made to renew your mind, give you a different mindset of what's going on in your life. Because I'm also telling you this because this is what I also struggle with. And God also tells us to confess our sins. And to start off, I confess my sins by telling you that I used to be a fornicator. I used to commit adultery. I like to smoke. Sometimes I struggle with drinking. These are all things that just from my past. I have tattoos all over my body, even though God tells us not to scar our body because it's a temple of His. I curse. I have negative thoughts. There's a lot of things that goes on within me, but I gotta understand this is also my flesh fighting against my spirit. The spirit is contrary towards the flesh, meaning you got spiritual warfare going on all day, every day. You're gonna mess up sometimes. You're gonna do the right thing sometimes, but you gotta understand that you are human at the end of the day. And just because you're not doing the right thing right now, don't mean that you ain't gonna be doing the right thing later. I promise you. And then we gotta stop, looking at ourselves the wrong way. Look at ourselves as God look at us. And I mean that by God tells us exactly why anybody will even go to the other side. It's because rejecting Him. You may be struggling with a lot of habits that goes against His word. That's a transgression against His word and things like that. But do that mean you're going to the other side because of that? So, for example, if God says to stop smoking and you steady struggle with this, but He knows in your heart intents that you want to get rid of this with all your heart. Now, say you leave your life tomorrow and you go to the other side. You think God's going to be like, oh, you're not able to come to heaven just because you didn't stop smoking yesterday? It doesn't work like that. He knew that you wanted to stop smoking, but you living in the flesh, and it's flesh all around us. We being targeted 24/7, and that's what you got to understand too. You are targeted. It's going to keep happening to you until the last breath of your life. And you just got to be strong. Don't give up. Faith is eternal. This is something that goes on throughout the lifetime. Everything that you do with God is built on the foundation of relationship. Trust, faith, love, peace. God doesn't just tell you to trust Him just like trust Him the next second He tell you. It's all something that you got to build upon. So that trust you got to build on, that love you got to build on, that peace you got to build on. Everything that you do in life, you have to build on. And whether you make a decision or not, that's going to be the change in your life. So you want to start right now, do it right now. You don't want to do nothing right now, don't do it right now. Sometimes things got to happen on a different time. And what I mean by that different time is on God's timing. A lot of things that you want in life is going to have to happen on God's timing, because everything is a test. And I wouldn't even say everything, almost everything is a test. Because you say you want a lot of things, but God is long suffering. He's not gonna let you rub on his bottle and then give you 3 wishes. He's gonna make you work for it. And once you've been done working for it, you're gonna understand why you work for it instead of just him giving it to you. Please keep going. This is not the end at all. I know a lot of people are really out here, supporting other people and not being supported. And that's where the devil will easily sneak in, because he like, you alone. You isolated. You very secluded from everything. But no matter how secluded you are, anything, keep the spirit within your heart and keep going. Do not let nothing stop you. If ain't nobody here with you, I'm here with you. As much as I can be. That's why I make these type of videos, because a lot of people are alone, including me. But you're really not alone, especially if you have the spirit. You don't understand that you're on top of mountains with 1,000 angels behind you. You on the top of a mountain with 1,000 angels behind you. Just keep going. Peace and blessings.